Hi everyone, I'm Rachel. And this is my channel, Rachel's Ramblings, because I like to talk. So I was thinking about things the other day because I booked my trip to the Monsters of Rock cruise. It's a bucket list of mine, so cha-ching, check mark on that. And I was reflecting on all the awesome concerts that I had gone to over the decades. And then I thought to the very first one. Now, I love heavy metal. Back in my 20s, you basically would find me in a mosh pit. That's where I was, getting concussions and whatnot. The fact that my brain still works is fascinating. So my very first concert, I was living in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I was all of 20, I believe, 19 or 20. No, something like that. I just got thrown out of the Navy. That's a whole other story. I'll tell you about it sometime. And I grew up in Chicago, so black girl from the hood going to heavy metal concerts alone with her friends. Yeah, it was a no. So yes, it took me a while until I got to actually get to my first rock concert, and it was Stone Temple Pilots opening up for Megadeth. So thinking about it now, it was like, oh, those two wouldn't, yeah, but it worked out just fine. So there was, I was at the concert, I was working at a grocery store, Myers, if anybody knows that place, working in the deli, and me and my peeps went, and Scott Weiland came out in a tutu. Was it pink? I'm not sure. And bullhorn. And of course, Virgin, I am. And the crowd went wild. It was like, yes, that's the thing. And and some of them just, people just started like hooking onto them, and it was amazing. It was great, and I got to see that amazing show, and rest in peace, Scott Weiland. And then Megadeth started playing, and that's when I just lost my bit. I'm more of a Megadeth fan than a Metallica fan, I guess, because don't kill me, but I have yet to see Metallica, but I've seen Megadeth 5 times. So they were saying yes. And I remember at the show, Megadeth's playing, we're in the mosh pit, and there's this dude walking through handing out these flyers for this new bar opening up, and he's got, okay, this is how old it is. This is back in like the 90s, people. He was smoking one of those glass pipes. And no, not the one for, weed toking. Or, oh, can you even say that? Anyway, but yeah, it was one of those. And I was just kind of like, oh, okay. And hand us a flyer, and we're going, well, should we go to this thing? And I remember very clearly the place is called Scallywags. And, that should have been our first clue. But, it's heavy metal. Things happen. You end up at a dive bar. That's just what happens in rock and roll. And we went, and it was interesting. It was a tiny bar. The floors and the ceilings, everything, the walls were painted black. It was crazy. And there was a live band. It was 2 people. Now, this was before anybody knew about White Stripes. These were not the White. This was that. this was this was two guys. This was two. It was a guy and a girl. Two-person band, and I can't describe what they were playing. I'm not sure if it was music. We were all pretty much mortified in the bar, and then the drinks came, and I'm pretty sure there's some kind of law that you can only have a certain percentage of alcohol in a drink. It was basically straight alcohol on ice. It was so bad. Like we couldn't even drink it. But we tried it. That was my first concert experience, with Stone Temple Pilots and Megadeth. Awesome show. Terrible dive bar afterwards, and God love Scallywags for like giving it a try, but my God, it was an experience. So, I have so many others because, believe it or not, I actually met so many of the bands that I saw. Back then there wasn't really much gatekeeping, I guess you should say. Because now, yeah, you have to buy a VIP package to do meet and greets and things like that. And back then it was kind of like, you ran into the band, at a Walgreens or a strip bar or something, and they'd be like, "Hey, you coming to the show?" And you're like, "I don't have a ticket." They're like, "Yeah, come on." That doesn't happen anymore, or if it does, it's few and far between. It's a rare thing, but I love my metal. I still go to the shows, but now I'm not in a mosh pit. I'm like 50 years old. I am not. I am not in any physical shape to do that anymore. So yes, I buy a seat. I watch the show from the monitors, or either if they have chairs on the floor. That's where I am. I'm sitting my butt in the chair, enjoying the music. But yeah, I just wanted to it was on my mind, and I was thinking about that, and maybe I'll probably do some more videos talking about all the different shows I've been to, all the great bands that I've met and conversed with, because that was a very when they say sex, drugs, and rock and roll, that was me. back in the 90s, up into the early 2000s, I would say. Pretty much after the age of 35, it was a wrap. So, yeah, thanks for listening to my ramblings. And I'll talk to you again. Bye.